Okay, we have this set up here. I have the block on here. I have a very frictionless free pulley, and it's adjustable. And one thing you've got to recognize when you do this is the height at where the string leaves the block, which is about 5/8, and the height over here is about the same thing. If it's not, you've got a problem. So what we're going to do now that we've measured it is we're going to cause this to break on its own, and then we're going to back trace it. So to do that, I need masses. So I've got 60 grams worth of masses, and I've got a pulley here. So I've got 500 on that device and 110 here. And you notice it has started to move very, very slowly on its own, which means I've exceeded static friction, because I can see it's accelerating. So I'm going to take it off, put it back in place here, level with the pulley and say, okay, 110 was too much. How about 100? Maybe 110 was the break. Let's put it on there and see if it breaks at 110 again. Yep. So 100 doesn't break it, 110 does. So I have a 5 gram mass here. I'm going to put it back to my 70 where I did the one on the incline. And what do I see? There is absolutely no movement. So the hanging mass is 105. This mass is 500 on it, plus the mass of the block, which is, in this case, about 120 grams. Cool. So I could go for trying to put some 2 gram masses on it to get a little closer, if I've got them. So I have 107. I do not see it moving. $109. Nope. So that means 110 was the good measure for static friction. I got lucky the first time and didn't believe my luck. Okay, now I need to get kinetic. So I'm going to repeat the process, and this has more control over it because you can keep repeating the data with different masses on here, and then you can do a data regression to get a good slope. So what I'm going to do is simply hit the block right here and watch it go down. Is it moving? No. So I had 100 on there, wasn't moving. So let me try 105. This means that static and kinetic are close. If you're looking at the marker where I originally had it, you can see it's moving very, very slowly. So that means that the acceleration is relatively small. I've got a good number to do my calculation at 500 on the block and 105 on the hanger. So what would I do for the next step? For the next step, I've got to back off on my masses here, and I would go to 400 on the block, and I'd repeat it exactly. So for kinetic friction, I can easily get 5 good readings, and I can draw a nice slope there to give me the best number with a number of repetitions. This takes most of the lab time if you're careful.